Thank you very much, Maurice. Yes, I'm here with a 13 world champion and an entrepreneur and an innovator. Of course, I'm talking about Garry Kasparov, who is also the mastermind behind the Grand Chess Tour. Garry, welcome back to the show. We have many more games to analyze today. But first, I want to tell me a little bit about your vision about the Grand Chess Tour for this year.
Yeah, definitely. Today we have a show.
We do.
I think that there will be some blood today, so I'll be very surprised if no blood is spilled. But of course, it could be draws, but it's clear now that we have 4 out of 5 games that are being fought hard. So we expect, that they will make us happy.
It's going to be a long day at the office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exciting day at the office.
Absolutely. And that's why I think the Grand Chess Tour is so important, because we need professional circuit. Every professional sport has these network of competition, the series, the Grand Prix, you name it. And I had the idea a long time ago. Since I became world champion in 1985, I was promoting the idea of professional chess, and you can't have professional chess without having a professional event. So, and the World Cup 98-99 was just the first attempt to create such a network. It didn't work out, so then we had another one in 94-95, early 96, with Intel Grand Prix. Again, it didn't work out, but we gained enough experience. And now this Grand Chess Tour, so it's already, it's now past the 5 years now that we have another kind of call it 5 years plan. So this is, probably just, it's amazing, it's something Soviet is still sitting in me. I'm trying to say 5-year plan. Oh my God! So even just despite all the challenges caused by pandemics, so we're back in business. Yeah, and all we need now is just the players to get an appetite to play chess, real chess, over the board, not online.
Despite all the hurdles, something definitely worked out, and that is the inclusion of the 2 Romanian players. How important that is for the regional scene here in Romania, and in general, to include this type of local players, local talent?
Look, I don't think we can overestimate the importance of having 2 Romanian players, especially because they are doing fine. So they are, playing chess on equal. I wouldn't call terms, but it's just they're not here as just to give points to other players. So they're almost it's like they feel at home. It's because they play in Bucharest, but also they feel comfortable because they just they know it's their lifetime opportunity to prove themselves, especially for the young ones. So for Dek, and clearly, when you look at him and the way he's sitting, concentrating, so he knows it's a big chance. Yeah. And that's an important element of Grand Chess Tour. So to use the wild card to bring younger players and local players. And we originally didn't think of having Romanian players here because it's classical and typically we have all the 10 players from the tour. But again, pandemics made corrections, and okay. We could have some top players like Ding, but having local Romanians doing fine, it's good for sponsors, it's good for the public. So that's another important element of the Grand Chess Tour, to promote chess, just to bring chess to the countries where chess did exist, was popular, but never picked up from the ground. So I don't recall Romania having strong tournaments in old Soviet days. So they had some strong players here, but never had strong events. And now they have it.
When it comes to invitations and who to invite to this type of tournaments, how important it is that the style of those players invited are combative enough?
Look, it goes without saying that if you have players who are willing to take risk, it's better for chess, it's better for the organizers. But I think it's not fair just to separate players by style, because it's not so much about the style. You can have aggressive players that are very peaceful in this tournament, for instance, or you can have players that are solid, but they just they want to fight. It's about fighting spirit. The spirit is more important than the style.
Absolutely.
So what we want to see is players playing, just the game to the last pawn. Whether they do it, by sacrificing the pawn or by trying to protect the pawns, just as long as they stay at the board, I'm quite happy. So and here we have a nice combination of different playing styles. So we have players who are more aggressive and players that prefer to play as using tennis analogy from the back line. So, but it's either way. So I'm happy for them doing whatever as long as they make sure that the game doesn't end prematurely.
Another very important part of the Grand Chess Tour is, of course, the big partnership with Kasparov Chess. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's Kasparov Chess. It's a new platform, and it includes Grand Chess Tour. It's one of the major assets of the platform, and we delayed our appearance online due to the pandemics. But it's great that we could start here in Bucharest, and then we'll continue to Paris. So where this is the major partner of of the venture, Vivendi is located, and this is a headquarter of Kasparov Chess. And while we want to make sure that people enjoy the broadcast and follow these games from the Grand Chess Tour, the most important feature of Kasparov Chess it's learning and entertaining. So. First, learning, because we want people to learn how to play chess and how to improve their chess. But learning without entertaining is not as good. As we know these days that people will always look for learning process to be fun, and we think that the quality lessons that are available on KasparovChess.com, the hundreds and hundreds of lessons, and we'll keep adding them, provided by the top experts, and the lessons that range from beginners to nearly professionals. This is something that will attract the audience. Yeah, you can of course find lessons elsewhere, but I think the quality of our lessons, and especially this entertaining element, the quality of the production, this is something that makes us unique.
That is huge. We actually saw a lot of those lessons during the breaks. We just saw Anish Giri, one of our commentators, also is doing some lessons on that.
And also one of the players in this tournament, yes.
A lot of the players from this tournament, and yes, it's absolutely phenomenal to see the development of that product. But we have a lot of games on the board, so let's see which one should we choose.
Okay, let's start with the American duel.
Let's go. Let's go. This one.
Yes, So Caruana. So slow opening, but very interesting. So this is already, it's very unbalanced position.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just because white has two bishops, and the black pawn structure is ruined. But I think after Queen d3, white has to sacrifice a pawn. So that's because this pawn is hanging and bishop cannot move. So I think knight f4 is knight f4 bishop c3, something like that.
Well, you could play rook c1, but this looks extremely passive.
C1,
right?
but
probably rook d8.
Rook d8. No, that's
d8.
No, or maybe knight e4 even stronger. But rook d8 or knight e4. Then next move is knight e4. Yes. So no, you have to sacrifice the pawn. I think that was an idea. That's Caruana's idea. So then queen takes c4, and no, bishop c3, and so bishop g6.
The queen is a little bit off. Doesn't seem to be going back anytime soon.
Take. Goes some queen b5 maybe, and bishop c3 or maybe e4. I don't know, but
it's a pawn.
it's a pawn. It's a full compensation, but it's a pawn.
Yep.
It's a pawn, and I think it's
it opens the door for both players to play for something.
Exactly. It's a big fight. On rook f2, bishop f1, they start just harassing the queen, but knight d7, queen goes back. So
and by the way, he played the move queen to d3. So
of course,
queen to d3 is on the board right now.
Is on the board. So and I don't think there's much choice. He has to sacrifice the pawn. Anyway, this is the game. It's full of fight. So it's definitely
also 34 minutes for Wesley. Almost an hour for Fabiano, so that's a big time discrepancy going into the final minutes.
I don't think Fabiano played a very unusual opening.
It is
pushing a pawn, so it's no, but that's the knight of 3. Yes.
I think
C6, D6, castle, and
C3,
A5. This is the.
Have you seen this before?
No, this is the. You asked me the question. I almost did, But this is the position that could happen in reverse colors minus tempi with when I played black, because it's e4 c5 knight f3 d6 bishop c4. Yeah, that's the they are just in these positions instead of a5. White here, black played bishop, rook e8, bishop b6, h6, trying to play d5. So a5 is a different concept. So if I had the position with reverse colors, I would be very happy with black. With white is it's natural. So try to to push this.
He did
Yes,
for this.
e4, knight d4.
It seems like the right reaction.
Yeah, but it's interesting. That's a4. I mean, that's a very interesting move. So he just prevents knight a4, so secures the bishop there, and then rook b1.
So what is the point of this a4 strategically? Like what are you going to follow up with?
No, I think it prepares. It's square for the queen on a5, but also it stops knight a4 because the knight is hanging. Take here because bishop takes d4. But the important queen can go there. So it creates some just problems, and also it takes the space because look if you don't play a4 for instance, then white potentially could play b3 and then bishop b2. So yes, and then b3 and then bishop b2, and it's very, very comfortable development. So now after a4, you can still try to go rook b1, but you play b3, it will be almost the same. But then black rook is playing, and also b4 square might be weakened. This is used.
Especially with the queen on a5.
Yeah, queen on a5. Yes. So try to move with the same plan. So the rook e8, e3, and then you see queen a5, bishop d2, and that's very original. Then bishop g4. Let's I have to
We'll have
applaud. Give him Fabi credit. I mean, he just plays very creative chess. So here, you could probably, I don't know, queen b6, but no knight. Still, queen b6 maybe not that bad. Yeah, but it's.
I have to say, Fabiano's style has changed a lot in the last few years.
Yeah. So it's he's trying.
He's trying. He's definitely trying. Knight f4, queen c4. This is the position we currently have on the board. It's going to be a big fight.
Yeah.
Should we go to this one because we don't know exactly what's happening and why is Grishuk spending so much time, at least at the beginning?
No, I think he was surprised because he played this popular line now with cd5, cd4, and ed5, expecting after e4, d4. That's a popular line, and this is, I think they played zillion games online now. Yep. This was Magnus played it with Saw. I think Wesley plays it regularly. So and somehow this line after e4, d4. d4
first.
Queen d4. I think this is the line. This is the line, and it seems that black is holding. So it's I think Grishuk hasn't expected it, and he played bishop g5 here.
What is just one question? Do you know what the status of this line is nowadays?
This line? I don't know. You think this
the pawn grab?
Yes, but do you think that this is it? I think this position was nice.
Is
here.
it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so it's different.
Yeah, I think here is just still probably black can take. That will be very good compensation. No, this is if you talk about Shara getting gambit, it was knights on g1.
With the knight on g1 and knight on g8. So this is a better version for black.
Yeah, that should be a better version for black.
And we got this position. What can we say about this?
Look, it's an isolated pawn, but I wouldn't worry too much. So if I were black, so it should be good, good variant of that. So then rook goes on d8 and
chances to go d4 at some point.
Some point d4 and God knows, maybe even knight d4 potentially. We don't know.
So seems quite peaceful so far.
Yeah, peaceful. I think this is here is.
This one was very interesting. This Catalan that Anish and
Anish is pressing. Yes.
We have to remember Anish never beat Lev in a classical game.
I don't know that.
He lost 7 games.
How many?
Never beat him. 7. So it's 7-0 for Lev.
Yeah, he's not going to lose this game, Anish, but whether he has winning chances,
difficult to say.
Look, he's pressing, so that's so the bishop f5, free king f2.
Bit of a Catalan pressure, right? This bishop on c8 is still unclear where it goes.
Black has to make, just say f3. Black has to make a move still. So just.
g5, what the computer
G5,
says.
G7. No, because g5, king g7, and then knight c5. That's just they have to find a way to.
Somehow it looks very strange. I would take on d4, just natural.
What do you mean take on d4?
And now I'm much worse.
I think that's I don't know, maybe instead of bishop b5, yes.
Bishop b5 and
so pawn is too weak. Pawn is too weak, and this is potentially I have a pin here. Yes.
The problem with this bishop, even if you go to b7, you still don't go anywhere.
Exactly. So that's why I want to play f3 here. So that's this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So f3. But that's how we see machinery going g5, king g7, and then knight c5. That's just protecting, actually also activating the king.
Very interesting.
We'll see. Yes.
And the last one, just to go around the horn, is another very interesting one, this French game. And Maxime played this interesting,
but
after bishop to d7, rook takes b7 first.
So
we're discussing rook b3, obviously.
Which is the theory.
Which is the main line.
No, main line. Rook b3, queen e7, rook takes b7,
Yeah.
and then I think queen h4 check or
Queen h4,
It's
g3, queen d8.
Queen d8,
Yeah.
that's the theory, and I think. But he played quickly, so it means he
extremely quickly.
He prepared for
Yeah,
that,
he did.
and I think Lupulescu spent time after rook takes
He
b7.
did, but he remembered the right line, bishop to b4, castle, and now bishop to c8. He played this
C8.
quite quickly,
Rook
and
b6.
it's the main line of the
Castle.
computer.
And so he played rook b1, so this is the, I don't know, so do you think that's rook f3?
We were looking at rook f3. Yeah, he spent a lot of time at this point. I think this was the first moment where he spent enough time, and he decided to go rook to b1 instead of rook f3, which we thought would be
very
the
strange
natural
because
way.
because it's he already he just he played rook b7, so I guess he had to know what to do. And
Yeah.
so now here this endgame, yes. Yeah, but it's the black is fine.
How easy is for black to hold this one? Obviously, white has a little bit of an edge. Knight maybe goes to d4, king goes
Why
to dark squares. Yeah, the pawn on c2 is a problem. That is true.
As well, this pawn.
That is true.
So why it's an edge?
I do like this knight on d4. So how would you play this position with black? What would be, let's say, the next 5 moves, 5 to 10 moves? Put the rook on c8. Just want to get the king to d2. Put the pawn on c2.
Yeah, but exactly. But I just want to attack c pawn. I'm thinking which rook should go there. So
Big question. Yeah. Maybe you can even force matters with bishop a4 first.
yeah, b4. Okay, let's say if I go rook to fc8.
Okay, let's go knight d4. Oops.
Bishop a4.
Rook b2, and then you already go rook c3.
No, this is rook b8. That's a
rook
problem.
b8. So you have
That's
to go
why maybe
h6
that's why maybe I had to use another rook.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I just used the wrong rook because now.
So what if you go h6 or h5?
H6, yes.
And do I have time to bring the king? Check, rook c3,
G5.
g5.
But G5 F5. No, G5 F5. I don't like it. This no. It's the. No, it's probably probably I should go. Rook c4. Rook c4. Rook c4. King this. You know what? I think I should use another rook here. Maybe I will use this rook.
Go the other rook. Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
then I can attack you.
Okay, let's continue with knight d4.
Bishop a4.
And now I have, now if I go rook to b2, you probably go rook c3, right?
Then I have the rook c4 probably.
Rook c4, get the king in.
Okay, but just do the g6.
Yeah.
So, but what's the big deal now? Rook c8.
I don't have time to put the pawn on c3.
Exactly. I paralyzed you, so
that's a big
So
problem.
yeah, exactly. And then rook goes on c8.
Yeah.
So it seems that black. But if it's a very position is equal. Black is fine, but I think they just have to do very precise, because if he let him just put king on d2 and c3, then black is in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's an end game that where every tempi counts. So that's why you should decide which rook to put on c8. And see the natural one you put fc8, but now we found out that there's a tactical nuance with rook b8 check. So that's why you'd better use not the one that is just the most tempting. So this is you use the queen's rook, the other one. So that's did he play or
no?
Is he still,
no, he's still thinking right now. Gary, always a pleasure to hear your insights. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so just quick one.
Yeah.
This is Okay, so
we got the position that we actually discussed.
Yes, so that's definitely a lot of fight. Okay,
Thank you very much, Garry.
Thank you.